Guys, I made the long walk over to my car, forgetting that I did not park over here where all these cars are. So now I'm going to film myself just yapping on the street. I don't really have a lot to say today. There's not a bunch to talk about other than it is variety day. So I'm going to be hitting variety day, hitting RDLs because I didn't hit that last time, and hopefully hitting some ab exercises afterwards, although I probably won't film those, but I'll film the majority of my workout. So yeah, short car talk today. Let's just get a quick cut into the gym today. Okay, first set is going to be 130 for 8 to 9 reps, probably more like 8, and then it's going to transition into 125 for 12 reps. So let's go ahead and start close grip lat pull downs. Okay. 125 was feeling pretty good. I liked more of the high rep stuff. I'm gonna do that for one more set and just keep going, keep trucking. It was easy enough to do, but I definitely felt it, especially towards the last reps. Hey, it's very loud, so I'm gonna have to talk very loud. It's because the girls' basketball is practicing, but right now, doing cable lateral raises. I'm gonna do 19 and a half for 7. Sorry, I'm trying to compete with them. I don't know if my volume can hear this. But I'm gonna try to do this for like 7 reps, and then I'm gonna do this first one for 10 reps, second set for 7 reps, and then drop it back down to 17 and a half for the last set and do 10 reps with that. So let's lock into it. Whew, that one felt good. All right, so moving on to second set. Like I said before, gonna gun for like 7 reps. It's really gonna take a lot out of me because especially that first 10 reps took a lot out of me, but I think I should be able to do it relatively well. Good burn on my shoulders. They feel like they're about to fall off. Last set, 17 and a half, 10 reps. Definitely is gonna feel a lot better than the burning. I felt so much burning after that last set that like it felt like the little tendon between where my arms, where like my shoulders connect to my biceps. That's what was like hurting the most. So that was some type of new muscle that got awakened, I guess. Whew. That one felt good as well. So that's the end of that. So it's still kind of loud with some of the basketball training going on, but I just did farmer's walks. I carried 35 for first 2 set and then 25s for the last set. And every single time I managed not to drop it a single time. I owe that completely to my friend I'm working out with, because he's like, don't be a loser, like don't drop the weight, carry it all the way completely. So that definitely gave me a lot of motivation to stick with it and be strong. But really proud of how farmer's walks went today. On my log, it's not going to show up that it went up because I still carried the same amount of weight, but I'm very proud of how I did it today. Next, working on dumbbell shoulder press and dumbbell split squats. Gonna go do that relatively the same time, and then that'll be the workout, mostly, unless I decide to do RDLs. But I think I'm gonna run out of time for how long the gym is open today and how much homework I have to do. So I'll see you guys downstairs. Definitely feeling the burn when it comes to everything, and definitely don't want to do these 11 reps and 3 sets of split squat, but it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you just got to do the things you don't want to do. But today I'm going to fire myself up and try to throw myself full force at them. So let's grind out these reps. giving myself the rest day in between hitting it now and hitting it right after I hit a heavy squat is helping me a lot when it comes to controlling the rep and feeling the burn. Compared to like if I just jumped in the day after, I don't think I would be able to hit split squats as effectively. So I'm liking the progress of the lift right now. So next set, let's go. Last set, my quads are definitely screaming, but not even arguably, this is the best split squat has felt for me in a long time. So I'm going to try to continue that positive energy into the third set, see how far those 11 reps can get me. My legs definitely collapsed near those last reps, but glad I could grind it out. Right, split squat really tired me out. My quads are sinking heavy onto my legs, but the good news is the last part of the workout is just going to be shoulders. I don't think I'm going to hit RDLs, at least for today. I might make it up next week, but right now everything's just too exhausted other than me pumping out a little bit of shoulder work at the last minute. So I'm gonna hit 40s for 8 to start.
Just cross, back cross.
So I'm sleepy, feeling a little sick, but last reps went good. I'm gonna bump back down to 35. Gonna hit that for 15, last 2 sets. Then I'm gonna call it. I think, I don't know if you guys can see the sweat on my shirt, but I'm feeling very, very exhausted. I just need comparatively speaking. I'd say if I had to improve anything, it would be quads and back quads. I'll pull that. Because my shoulder is just the same thing. They just roll out. Anytime the shoulder's in it, the shoulder's like, where are you? I've gained 10 pounds. I'll just say 155. Alright, last set, grinding out for 12. I realized I was kind of blocking the camera with the dumbbells last time, but I'm recorrecting it. I was going to do 15, but I'm bumping it down to 12 and just focusing on getting the deep stretch and going fully on the form. So this will be the last part of the workout until I'm finished.
I had surgery here when I was 7th grade, but I never noticed it. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so coming to you from my dorm, I am frankly exhausted. I had to get up early this morning for a math retake. I think I mentioned that in a lift the other day, or at least I've had to retake before, and I don't know, today it really taxed me. Something I guess I feel I should mention is that, getting a little bit serious, like, lifting definitely is a very, you have to be very careful with it, because if you push way outside of your boundaries, sometimes amazing things can happen, but sometimes like really bad things can happen. And you know, it's kind of bad, because there's this stereotype and this standard in weightlifting where it's like you want to push yourself outside of this zone of comfort until the point where you're like seeing red stars, until you're feeling like you want to throw up everywhere out of exhaustion, to this point where you're collapsing on the ground to where you can't feel anything anymore. That feeling of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone so far to an unhealthy measure, that is like, especially in the early stages of lifting, that is like applauded. That is like, wow, you are really putting yourself so far out there. You're really working on improving to where you're pushing your body to your limit. That is not something that should be celebrated. Like, I want to make that abundantly clear. Today, I'm feeling those things, and I'm kind of feeling nostalgic for times where I wore those moments with a badge of honor. Like, those moments where I saw stars after hitting a max on squat. I was like, wow, this is a rush of adrenaline. those moments where right now, where I feel really sick and I feel really exhausted, where I was like, man, I know I'm going to improve after this. That, A, is not true, and B, is not a mindset that will help you grow. You need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, but not to the point where you're killing yourself over it. Like, not figuratively, not literally, but also at the same time a little bit literally, like putting your body through so much strain that it actually, like, if you do that all the time, it will take parts of your lifespan off. Because, like, I don't know, I read this very popular book recently called Atomic Habits, and in the book it kind of talks about this idea of how there's a very, not a very fine line, but a very small threshold of where true growth lies. And it's in that range where whenever you're participating in a task, you want to be, don't quote me on this is just like the rough estimate, you want to be 3 to 10% or like 3 to 7% harder than what you had done previously. Now, take this in weightlifting context with the mindset of some days you're going to go so far that you can improve, or that you might actually do less, like way less than what your benchmark is, because sometimes you're going to have bad days. But generally speaking, looking at like a curve of a bunch of days, it should generally be improving 3 to 10% better in order for you to be making progress that's steadily going up. That is kind of what we crave. Like the book was saying, true growth and true learning occurs in that state, because it's like there's a very easy, very boring like side of the curve, and then there's a very, this is impossible, I never want to do this is way too hard for me. In that middle, in that little like mode where it's like, okay, this isn't exactly easy, but this isn't impossible, I'm able to achieve this, that is where you're going to see your best results. And I'm kind of getting serious right now, because today I just wanted to like explain to you that today's a bad day, and I wanted to showcase that. Like, you can see in the lift, I'm sweating bullets. I didn't get enough sleep because I had to get up early for that test retake, and it drained me. Your sleep is so important to your success. Also, at lunch today, there was like a pumpkin cake thing. It was a special thing, and that's kind of a weakness for me, is like pumpkin stuff. I love pumpkin stuff. Like, fall is my favorite season, so I saw that and I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna cheat a little today just because it's such a special thing. And what I've learned being on a prolonged cut for so long is that my body reacts differently to sugars and food that is not good for me. If I eat like trash, I feel so much more like trash. Like, if you are on this state where you're constantly eating like takeout, pizza, fast food burgers and fries and stuff, if you're constantly in the state of eating it, your body is like, oh, this is what's normal. Even if it's not good for you, your body knows how to decompose that a lot more. Being on a prolonged cut for so long and not eating vast amounts of food and eating no sugar except maybe like once a week, the times where I let that slide are the times where I falter hard. And today, even just a little pumpkin bread thing with a little bit of cream cheese, I felt that in the middle of the workout. I felt the sugar like crash. I felt the sugar mixing with my body in not a good way. And it's important to know your limits and know what a healthy routine of pushing yourself is. So this was kind of a weird thing. I haven't really sat down and filmed myself very much directly one-on-one in front of the camera like this, but I think this is important that it's like this little PSA, like, don't drink all these crazy energy drinks or take like a million scoops of pre-workout before every workout. That is not going to help you achieve anything. That is going to hurt you. If you're on this diet or something, stay focused and stay committed and have your cheat moments, but have like rest days with these small cheat moments. Don't know what your body reacts to, and know that that'll be a bad decision that'll affect you later. And you know, it can kind of spiral. You can stack bad habits and little bad moments on top of each other, but you can also stack the good stuff too in order to make your progress go the best. So if you're kind of having a problem with progress in the gym, if you're feeling like you're stagnant, make the little changes that'll amount to something big, and have kind of the forethought of looking at a day as a whole, realizing, okay, what is this action going to affect later? How does staying up 2 hours later in the night affect me the next day? How does having a thing of cake, having a thing of fries, having cookies and stuff, how does that affect me in my metabolism and my body in the middle of the workout? How does pushing myself 5 reps more every single workout actually work to my detriment rather than helping me grow? I know it's kind of long-winded. I know it kind of feels like a lecture unless you're like, you know, sitting through and kind of accepting all this stuff. I really want to drive home to you guys that these lessons are important, and it's something I learn more and more the longer and the more committed I get towards, you know, this goal of not using social media, grinding in the gym, grinding on making videos like this. The more I commit to things I know are good in my head and things I know that'll affect me in a certain positive way, the more I commit and to stick with those things, the better I feel. I feel like I'm not like straying from a path. So yeah, that's kind of my little spiel for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video. Hold on, let me make sure this is all zoomed out before I say bye bye.